BD5 Pilot with you out at the Hillsboro hangar, and with that new lighter engine coming, I've been doing some refiguring of how things get installed. I already told you how I'm changing the seat belt mount, so I've got a seat belt that rests better against my shoulder. That shoulder harness will hold me in if inverted much better than the old mounting location, and I'm nearly done. I've got all the measurements out and nearly getting that piece put together. I've put the floorboard that had been made for the engine compartment by the previous builder, which I do plan on cutting down. I don't want it near that big, but I'm actually using that to look at some new ideas. I'm going to have enough room with this engine in here because that forward part of the engine is going to mount right about here, and it's going to come back and make another mount here, but I want this open so that I can get access to the aileron tubes. Keeping the weight though to the back is what I need to do. I need to get the weight off the nose, so no longer am I worried about putting that battery up in the far forward nose. I'm actually planning on putting the battery right back here on the floorboard, and that'll be a good, nice place to put a lithium-ion battery. If that thing decides to melt on me, it can just melt a hole right through there and not go through any control panels or my feet. And forward here, where the forward part of this engine access panel goes, I'm actually going to have a bulkhead that I make here that'll be a firewall and noise abatement piece here, probably one of those pieces that's a honeycomb Nomex and aluminum or carbon fiber. And then on the other side of what that allows me to do, remember how I talked about up here, I'm going to make that into a luggage compartment that comes back to about here. Allows me to take POH and some other materials through a fold down door that'll go right here, but I actually have all this space as well, and that's where I'm getting my weight and balance to work out by putting that vertical power box for the electricity right there, my transponder and radio, which are remote to the G3X, will go right back here, my GEA24, which is the engine control module, that'll go over here, and then I'm going to remove that fuel selector so I don't have the manual fuel selector mounted all the way up here. I don't need it this far forward anymore anyway. And then I can take the GPS module and mount it right there, and I actually still end up with some extra storage space back here behind the seat as well, which will come in handy. Gets my weight back to where it starts to become usable again, because right now I can't run this thing less than maybe 10 or 8 gallons of fuel without getting too far forward on my CG. So that battery back there is going to help that a lot. I'll get those new calculations in. So now I'm going to start drilling some holes so I can mount that brace for the seat belt, and then I need to cut the area out and cut that seat down as well, and then I'm going to see how I fit in here. BD5 Pilot out for now.